Hello, everybody. This is Linda Martin with the Safety Struggle, and I'm back here with James Junkin. And we are going to do another Safety Bytes sponsored by Mariner Golf. And our topic today, James, hello anyways.
Hello, Linda. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, roll Tide. I didn't get that in there, the hello, but there we go. Hello, James. And our topic for today is going to be, and we talked about this before a little bit, what's on your bookshelf? Because I don't think people realize that having a good safety practice or having a good professional practice of anything that you do, it dictates that you read more than just your technical matter, okay? So I'm going to show you a few things that are on my reading list. I haven't read them yet, but you know, things like Drive, the surprising truth about what motivates us. I have How Minds Change, the surprising science of belief, opinion, and persuasion. Good ones, huh? Good arguments. How debate teaches us to listen and be heard.
Nice. That's a good
Okay.
one.
So,
That's a good one. That ought to be an essential one for every safety profession.
successful strategy execution. So, I mean, these are things that I haven't even delved into yet, but what I wanted to talk to you about was why people should have a book list that's outside of technical matter.
I am a passionate reader. Because I grew up in an era that wasn't dominated by television. There was no internet. And I had kind of a rural upbringing, so my escapes were my books, like Robinson Crusoe. Because we only got 3 channels and 2 of them didn't work. And you only watch so much of the news, right?
Yeah.
And so I remember some of my earliest books my grandparents bought me were the Hardy Boys collection, and I had to have all of them. And
Wow.
My mother made sure that I could read and read to me, and it just created a habit, if you will, and it's turned into something that I'm very passionate about and I enjoy. Right now, I'm kind of in between houses because we were deeply affected by Hurricane Ida, so we had to box up everything while they repair our house. So I've just got a few books here behind me, but over 6,000 hardback books, and they're all of various subjects.
Not just safety.
Not just safety. And I think to be well-rounded as a professional, and if we want to keep it just to, the nonfiction books, you need to expose yourself to other ideas, other disciplines, things like psychology. And some of your books deal with psychology. Business books, because safety doesn't exist on an island by itself. It's part of an organization. The organization's purpose is to make a product that hopefully makes a profit, right? And you need to be able to communicate in language that people understand. Nobody would think much of a safety professional that went and asked for a budget couldn't understand what an ROI was,
Right.
or what amortization is, or And then there's other books that I really, really like is Successful People, and they usually start off and they have to struggle, and they work really hard, and they have some help along the way, and they fail, and they get back up, and they fail, and they get back up, and next thing you know, they become a success. So whether you're talking about, Jeff Bezos or going all the way back in history to people like J.P. Morgan or whatever, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett in the modern era kind of thing, there are lessons you can learn from all of these individuals, and I just encourage people to have a well-rounded library. Now, I like the old book. I'm a book guy.
Me too.
Right?
I'm a book gal,
smells.
not a book guy.
I like the way the book smells. I like the pages. But technology's really gotten to the point where if you're looking for things to read, you can get it in tablet format. You can on your iPhone or whatever, and sit down and read that way. A lot of schools have gone to that for their literature that they put out to the students. So if I would say to my budding young professionals and older colleagues, be reading something. Be reading something. If somebody asks you what you're reading and you say, well, I'm not.
I don't like to read.
I don't like to read. How do you expand your mind?
Yeah.
Right. So, what am I reading right now? Oh. Yes. Dr. Proven's book, right?
Where'd you get that from?
I don't know. This nice lady sent it to me.
Every once in a while, nice lady sends things out.
Yeah, Field Guide to Safety Professional Practice. And it's good. It's good. Gotten through about a quarter of the way through it. I understand life happens, but have a plan for your own professional development.
Yep.
And read things that challenge your thoughts, that can improve you as an individual.
I would also say that improves your wheelhouse, right? But gives you a breadth of knowledge, right? And one of the things that really piqued my interest, and I'm glad that you said this, was I do read a lot of psychology, motivation, strategy, those types of things. So those are the kind of books that I like to read in leadership in my spare time. But I also very much like historical biographies, right? And you alluded to this. Successful people, successful leaders, even bad leaders, right?
All right.
You can learn a lot from historical biographies. And so those a lot of times get on my reading list, and they are fascinating. Fascinating.
Example one. This is by, I was in the military. I come from a military family. A lot of my books are based in the military. And this is a political book, though. And it's by General H.R. McMaster. It's called Dereliction of Duty. And it's about the Joint Chiefs in the Pentagon during the Vietnam era and their failures, along with the Defense Secretary McNamara's failures and those of LBJ. And it's really a study in organizational dynamics. And you can take from that those lessons and extrapolate the importance of decentralized command. And, one of my favorite books, and we're going to give it away at Mariner Gulf, is Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink and Leif Babbitt. Every human being needs this book. Okay? Every human being needs this book because that's how you win in life.
By reading and learning from other people's successes and failures. And don't think somebody like Jocko Willink, that he probably had failures too, right? A few. Maybe not a lot.
Absolutely.
But a few.
Absolutely.
And
you want to know how Navy SEALs win in life and on the battlefield? Jocko Willink, Leif Babbitt's book. And maybe we'll do an episode of this where we can kind of go through and hit some of the highlights of extreme ownership. But what's it really leadership about? Taking responsibility, not passing the buck. Empowering your people. Realize that you don't have to always be the smartest person in the room. And so those are things you pick up. I'm not saying I'm an expert at that. James struggles with that because I have an opinion. Right? Yep. Most people do, and they like it and they think it's correct. But back to kind of what we were talking about, have a reading list.
Yep.
And cut out time and plan for it. Even if it's just 30 minutes a day, or at your lunch break, or after you put the kids to bed, or whatever. Have a plan of what you're going to read and understand why you're doing it.